the head coach of the 16-8 Greensburg Pirates. Stacey Meyer is our next guest this evening on the program. Coach, as you've told me earlier in the day, a team outing, a team gathering at your home tonight. How's everything going for you and the guys?
We're doing good. We're eating chicken and dumplings, and kids have probably gained about 5 pounds tonight, but they're having a good time.
Well, at least they're well fed. I hope that doesn't affect conditioning or any preparations when you get back at it tomorrow.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know about the players, but the coaches, I guarantee you, will gain about 10 pounds after this week's over.
Hey, I got to tell you, your team is a great story, but I don't want to overblow it here. People look at the records and they say, wow, Greensburg, they've lost 8 games this year. They're in the semi-state. That's amazing. Coach, all they have to do is look at your conference and look at your schedule, and they realize really quickly there is not a bad loss among those 8. You have played a really tough schedule to get to this point in the season.
You're exactly right, and if you just look at our conference, of our 8 regular season losses, 7 of those come in conference play, and our one outside the conference was Jacksonville, which is number 1 in 1A. But you're right, we had a very competitive conference this year. We had 4 teams that were very good in conference. And like you said, when you look at the record, 12-8 regular season. But if you dig a little bit deeper and look at those teams and look at their records, it's one of those things we knew what we were capable. We just couldn't put 4 quarters together. And here during the tournament run, we've been fortunate enough to be able to do that.
And talking about that regular season, of course, you're talking about Batesville, a team that spent most of the year, if not all of the year, in the top 5 in 3A in the rankings. They beat you twice in the regular season. A Lawrenceburg squad that got you a couple of times, that they advanced in the 2A regionals. You mentioned Jacksonville out of conference. Also East Central, a very strong 4A program in there. Let's turn to the postseason so far. You avenged those 2 regular season losses. You guys upset Batesville in your sectional opener by 8 points. You've also got a couple more very nice victories along the way, including last weekend, a 3-point win over Roncalli, and then you dispatched of North Montgomery as well. So this postseason seems like you guys have been playing really well at the right time of the year, as the cliche goes.
You're right, and you do hear that cliche, a team gets hot at the end of the year, and fortunate we've been one of those teams. And a couple really big things that have helped us here in the postseason is we've rebounded the ball very well. We've kept teams off the offensive glass, and we've shot free throws extremely well. You go back to the sectional game a bit against Batesville. I believe we were 28 of 33 from the line. And our win at North Montgomery to win the regional, LaTroy Wright is 16 of 17 for that game at the free throw line, and we knocked down free throws down the stretch. So, a lot of little things that we've done here lately that's enabled us to win some close games here.
Talking to Stacey Meyer, head coach of the Greensburg Pirates, 16-8. They take on 27-0, number 1 Princeton on Saturday. Coach, that is the next question. Have you seen, I'm sure you have seen film by now of Princeton, and your thoughts on that squad?
I tell you, they are very good. They're the most athletic team we have faced this year that they put on the floor. And it's not only their athleticism, they've got strength inside. And, where they've really been hurting teams is, 1, in transition, and 2 is their inside presence in the offensive glass. I say they're averaging like 75 points per game. That is from transition, and, it's from pounding the offensive glass. And if you look at the comparisons between their 2-point percent shooting and 3-point, there's a drastic change. They're not shooting the 3 especially well. So, it's a game we have to keep them out of the paint, but we've got to keep them off the glass.
Let's talk a little bit about meaning of this game, I guess is how I'll phrase this. You're back in your old stomping grounds, and I was told earlier today that 25 years ago there was a Greensburg basketball team that made the community proud as well. What's going on down in the Tree City this year with this squad and remembering past seasons?
We've had a couple things in the paper, and we had a little pep rally after the regional, and Coach Snodgrass was there, and we talked about that. But it's been really neat. It's been a long time since Greensburg's had a regional champ, and for us to be able to do it and to be on 25 years and have that done, and especially do it with a group of young men that not a lot of people, really gave us a chance, if you will. But they've really molded themselves, and it's kind of amazing what a group of 17 or 18-year-old boys can do to a community, can draw them back together, and especially in these tough times that everyone's having, it's a positive thing in your community. So we're very proud of the young men and what they've done, and the community is very proud of them, too, and kind of come together here.
Well, Coach, you've addressed Princeton, their strengths, and what you think that they do well and what you can do to them. I'll, again, throw out another sports cliche here, but keys to victory. What is it that Greensburg is going to have to do if you're going to defeat Princeton this weekend?
You know, we talked a little, Chris, about defensively what we have to do. We have to keep them off the glass. We have to take away those easy transition points, and to continue offensively doing what we've been doing, and that's getting to the foul line. You know, they're so quick. They're going to trap and everything. If we can take care of the ball and get them in foul trouble, they're not real deep. He consistently plays 6 guys. He does play 7, but a consistent rotation of 6 guys. So, you know, if you can get a couple guys in foul trouble and get into their bench, that's going to benefit us. We're not obviously going to be able to run up and down the floor. If the game gets up in the 70s, we're probably not going to be able to compete in a game like that. So we do have to, in a sense, control the tempo, and that doesn't mean go 4 corners and try to turn this into a 30 to 31 game, but it does mean you do have to control the tempo and shorten the game down a little bit.
That's Greensburg head coach Stacey Meyer. The Pirates have won their first regional in the class basketball area and first in 25 years. Coach, congratulations on everything so far. Good luck. We'll be there. IHSASports.org is the live video webcast this weekend. Looking forward to seeing you and your team, and best of luck.
Hey, thanks, guys. Appreciate having me tonight.